In your expert opinion, Dr. Freud, was Judas Iscariot a psychotic?
Absolutely.
And are psychotics responsible for their actions?
No, they are not. For example, say I have a bad bout of influenza. As a result of my bad influenza, I sneeze brutally, but involuntarily in your face. The next day, you wake up with the same flu. Did I cause your flu? No. My flu caused your flu. I only sneezed because I was sick.
In your opinion, does Judas Iscariot belong in hell?
No, it does not.
Explain.
Suicide is a direct sign of mental illness.
But did he become mentally ill after allegedly betraying Jesus of Nazareth, or was he mentally ill to begin with?
Pre-programmed, yes. You must understand, normal people do not kill themselves, even under extreme duress.
And what would you say to people who would say that Judas brought about his mental illness by betraying Jesus and getting him crucified?
I would say this. Number one, you cannot conjure or bring about mental illness. Number two, any God who punishes the mentally ill is not worth worshiping. And number three, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. The person who could have prevented this tragedy was Jesus, not Judas. He chose not to.
But isn't Judas responsible because he did what he did of his own free will?
Fräulein, I once had a suicidal patient leap through my fourth-floor window to her death. She exercised her free will. Did I build her a stake for the broken plate glass window she left through? Of course not. My friend Winston Churchill, who provided me safe haven from the Nazis, in 1938 likes to say, the price of greatness is responsibility. I believe firmly in taking responsibility. So, after the unfortunate woman's death, I exercise responsibility for my greatness by moving my offices to the ground floor. I should think God would have done the same.
Your witness.
Yes, Dr. Freud. Sorry for the mix-up before.
Excuse me.
So, Herr Doctor, I must admit I am intimidated to be in the midst of such greatness. After all, you are a genius, correct?
Correct.
An expert.
Yes.
A big brain.
Unequivocally.
Yes, unequivocally, yes. Nice word, and it rolls off your tongue so effortlessly. Really, I am impressed. A little tired, are we, Doctor? Perhaps a kilo or two of fine grain Bolivian flake will restore your pet. Cocaine, Doctor. Blow, flake, rock. She don't lie, does she, Doc?
What?
Over 12 years span, you consume cocaine in what can only be categorized as prodigiously massive quantities, correct?
As part of my research, yes.
Research, yes. And after 12 years of round-the-clock research, you finally came to the conclusion that ingesting staggering amounts of powder up your nose was perhaps unhealthy.
I was trying to determine its medicinal value.
Is that your real nose?
Your mother denied your breast, didn't she?
I'll thank you to let me ask the questions, Dr. Freud.
Freud!
Oh, yes, Freud. Of course, forgive me. I made a U-slip, didn't I? Anyway, last question, Mr. Expert Genius, Dr. Freud. You were an avowed atheist all your life, correct?
Correct.
And then you died and found out what?
I experienced anti-Semitism as a child. It prejudiced me against all religion.
Einstein experienced prejudice, but he wasn't wrong like you, was he? My cousin Wagi can count to 10 without drooling, but he wasn't wrong like you either, was he? Was he?
Intelligence and faith are two different things.
Are they, Dr. Freud? Because I would say that you can't have one without the other, but of course I am not brilliant, expert genius like you.
I have a wonderful, vibrant mind, and my intellectual curiosity was boundless.
Good day, Dr. Freud. Don't blow your nose, you're excused.
Dr. Freud, do sane people commit suicide? Yes or no?
No, but they can sometimes be tempted to murder.
Go murder in the 8-ball. Okay, that's enough. Next witness. Next witness. Irresistibly eluding Majesty, the prosecution now calls legendary Hawaiian singer and popular entertainer Don Ho to the stand. Don Ho's not dead. Oh, well, thank God for that. In that case, the prosecution called Caiaphas the Elder, High Priest of the Sanhedrin, to the stand.
Right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, at this time I must step down from these proceedings until such time as said witness has concluded his testimony. Before his ascension into the lap of the Lord, Caiaphas the Elder and I were partners in a successful chain of kosher pizza parlors. For that reason, at this time, I must step down. Bailiff, get your ass over there, put on those glasses, and adjudicate. Pronto, proceed.
Mariana, may I borrow a pen?
Only if I can shove it through your eye.
Fabiani, how can I prove my sincerity to you? Even though you are always here, and I am always here, still, I think about you when you aren't here, even though you are always here.
Next witness, please.
I obey. We shall discuss later. Julius the bailiff, correct?
Yeah.
May I call you Julius?
Okay.
How about Jules?
I guess.
So tell me, Jay. Convinced?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Absolutely. Wise Jay, the persecution caused Caiaphas the elder. Caiaphas the elder, high priest of the Sanhedrin, hello to you.
Hello.
Shalom, as it were.
Hello.
Caiaphas the elder, perhaps you can clear this up. Is there a Caiaphas the younger?
No.
And yet you are the elder.
Yes.
I see, yes, thank you. My cousin Amgad Baba owes me $5 now. So, Caiaphas the elder. In the Bible it says that Judas Iscariot made an approach to you, a dark and nefarious approach, to offer up the location of Jesus of Nazareth and to, in fact, turn him into you and the authorities. Correct?
Correct.
Caiaphas the elder, are you saying that it was Judas Iscariot who approached you and not the other way around?
Yes.
Because I saw in a film once, Caiaphas the elder, where it was you who approached him.
It was Judas Iscariot who approached me at the temple, not the other way around.
Yes, but still, even though your statement is indeed confirmed by all 4 Gospels, Caiaphas the elder, I must ask you again, did you approach Judas Iscariot about betraying his leader and Messiah, Jesus of Nazareth?
I did not.
Why not? Jesus was a big headache to you, no? You were legitimately concerned that the hijinks of Jesus would lead to an uprising and the resulting crushing Roman massacre of the Jewish people in retribution, weren't you?
I was.
So why not reach out and touch someone, Caiaphas the elder?
Are you asking me why I didn't approach one of the apostles initially?
Yes.
I didn't think it would work.
Why not?
That's an old-rabbinical saying, Counselor. Let them kill you, but do not cross the line. Now, during my 18-year reign as head of the Sanhedrin and guardian of the temple, I dealt with countless Messiahs and zealots and rebels and affidavits. My experience in these matters taught me they get killed, yes. But as a rule, they do not cross the line.
Cross the line. Yes. This means what?
To betray your ideals, your conscience, the law.
Judas crossed that line, didn't he?
He did.
He betrayed the ideals in betraying Jesus, the rabbinical ideal. He crossed the line.
Yes.
Did you admire that?
No, no.
But why not? We all cross the line sometimes, don't we?
We are all capable of crossing the line. Thankfully, we do not all do it.
But really, Caiaphas the elder, what's the big deal? You cross a line, so what? Just draw yourself another line, correct?
No. Not correct.
Why not?
The line comes from God. The line is given. We do not create it. Thus, it is not ours to modify. It is only ours to obey or betray.
I see. Caiaphas the elder, when Pontius Pilate first arrived in Judea, he visited you in the temple, did he not?
He did.
And as a show of his force and might, Pontius Pilate attempted to place symbols of Rome in the temple, which was to your people a great desecration of a holy place of worship, correct?
Right.
It would have constituted a worshipping of false idols, yes?
Yes.
Caiaphas the elder, when you saw Pontius Pilate attempting this, what did you do?
I told him he must remove the pagan symbols.
And what did Pilate say to that?
I believe the gist of his reply was, what are you going to do about it, Colonel?
And what did you do?
I knelt before him.
And begged for mercy?
No.
Groveled for the forgiveness?
No. I removed my headdress, bared my throat to him, and bid him slit it.
In other words, Caiaphas the elder, you let him kill you, but you did not cross the line.
I guess so, yes.
You did not cross the line.
I did not.
Judas crossed it though, didn't he?
He did.
Interesting. And by the way, what was the result of your standoff with Pilate regarding the sanctity of the temple?
Pilate backed off.
He did not put up the pagan symbols, did he?
No.
You held the line.
Yes.
Your integrity castrated him. His little Roman balls rolling down the temple hill like the temple grapes, yes?
I have no response to that.
As well you shouldn't. Now then, Caiaphas the elder, last question. It has been said that in Western culture, the most prized virtue is honesty. But in Eastern culture, which would include Judea at that time, in Eastern culture, the most prized virtue was and is loyalty. Caiaphas the elder, do you agree with that hypothesis?